to Bahria University, and their team and staff for being this cooperative and for thinking that I am capable of coming on stage with such intellectuals and sharing my thoughts. Assalamu alaikum. I would like to introduce myself first of all. I am Mohammed Hasan. I am the world's youngest journalist and English language instructor. Personally, throughout the years, the person that I have followed the most has to be Allama Muhammad Iqbal. Lots of people call him Shair-e-Mashriq, but I don't call him that. He is a poet. He is the person that I believe can change the perspective of the whole world. He revolutionized poetry. He is the poet of the whole world, not only of this separate place. He was like a gust of wind that changed the perspective and the way that everybody was going. He awoke our youngsters. He was the one who changed our country, and he was the one who made our country. And without him, we would not be here. He revolutionized our idea. He awoke us by his poetry. In his poetry, there are many different things that he talked about, and I would like to talk about those things. First of all, we have to understand who he quote-unquote talks to in his poetry. There are a few people that he talks about and to. There are youngsters, there are children, there are elders, there are leaders. There is our own Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and there is Allah Ta'ala. These are the main topics, or the main people that he talks about in his poetry. And then his target audience, he has a few topics that he talks about. And I'm going to talk about a few of them. I would like to talk about nazar. And by nazar, I mean the eyes of our heart and of our mind. There are body parts that are king of all body parts, right? Heart and mind. In Urdu, we have a different term for that. And if we understand, a person that goes in the path of Allah Ta'ala, he never starts to think by his brain. He starts thinking by his heart. Because that is the place of ishq. Ishq और अकल दोनों बहुत मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें हैं. IQ and EQ, they both have quite a lot of difference between each other. And if we start to go in the path of IQ, we will fail at a certain moment. Because not always will your mind play its role. Mind has a limitation, but heart doesn't. He talks about ishq, the concept of ishq. He talks that how this, in ishq, he doesn't mean the normal nowadays concept of ishq. Ishq is trust, belief. When Namrud threw the Prophet into the fire, Jibreel alayhi salam came. The Prophet could have said that I want to be saved, but he had belief. He had ishq. He said, no, if I am burned, it will be in the path of Allah Ta'ala, it will be in the way of Allah Ta'ala. And if I am not burned, it will be a blessing by Allah Ta'ala. That's a different thing. He revolutionized our idea. Love is for three different things. लोग शख्सियत, उनसे लव होता है. शख्सियत के अंदर अल्लाह ताला आ सकते हैं, हमारे प्रॉफिट आ सकते हैं, कोई आपका महबूब हो सकता है, और पोइट्री के अंदर लैला आ सकती है. फिर दूसरा है आइडियोलॉजी. एक आइडियोलॉजी से, एक क्रिएटिविटी से, एक आइडिया से प्यार. दैट इज अ डिफरेंट कॉन्सेप्ट नाउ. लव विद रिलीजन, दैट इज व्हाट वी कॉल आइडियाज. और फिर लव एक जगह के लिए. अल्लामा इकबाल अपनी पोइट्री के अंदर जो है, जगह से उनकी मुराद कोई घर नहीं है. वो जब अपना घर बोलते हैं, उनका मतलब है वतन. और उनके वतन से they don't mean only Pakistan. They mean the whole world. And through his poetry, we have learned a lot of different things throughout the years. On a great level, the place that we love can be many things. एक बच्चे के लिए अपने नाना नानी का घर, etc. Whatever you want to call that. These are the things that we love. And he talked about love with two things, which is love with ideologies, religions, etc. Secondly, he talked love with a person that can be prophet. In his story, he was the one who changed our perspective about everything that we know. Throughout the years, there were many different poets that revolutionized and had an impact. But he was different. He said, कि मोहम्मद से वफा तूने तो हम तेरे हैं, कि मोहम्मद से वफा तूने तो हम तेरे हैं, ये जहां चीज है क्या लोह कलम तेरे हैं. He changed our perspective. And he was the one who awoke us. And through this seminar, through this press conference, our moral, our idea is that we do the same. ये जो आपका मर्द मोमिन का कॉन्सेप्ट है, in the animal kingdom we are represented as शाहीन्स. वो शाहीन्स आजकल के ज़माने में नहीं दिखाई दे रहे. They are not visible. I don't see the shaheens nowadays. They aren't there. And our moral is that we will bring them back and bring our country to its glory, just like Allama Iqbal did, and we will do our best. Thank you so much.